Hey everyone, welcome back. And it was a good week on the bench this week. Got started on Saturday last week, and then just did work Saturday, then Sunday, always family time, and then Monday, my wife came down with a very severe migraine. So Papa needed to be up there to help me Ma with Melody, so I made sure I got what my wife needed and helped her get through this. It finally broke last night. I feel for her. I feel for anybody that deals with migraines. I really do. But got back to work, and saucer is 98% there. And I'm not going to take away from it, but I did get a lot of, well, I got 99% of the painting done on the saucer. The last bit of painting I got to do is weather it, but you'll see. Very fun, very fun. And then I did a lot of hand painting on the German infantry troops, and boy, I'll tell you what, that can take a little bit because I have a magnifying glasses on, and just a little painting. And you wouldn't think it would take. It took me like 2-3 hours altogether to do 10 little guys, but hey, it was fun. But yes, very, very, very good week. So with that, if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button, click on the little bell, you'll know every time I upload. And as always, thank you to my subscribers. It really it does warm my heart. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you. Also, if you see me do something during the video, a technique, or I did something a certain way or something, please, if you want me to go more in depth or make a video or any of that, or just answer the question, please put in the comment section and I will respond. Also, I like to hear, hey Buck, good job. Hey Buck, okay, maybe. And then Buck, what the heck were you thinking doing that? Please put that in the comment section. I usually respond within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, I want to wish you all a very happy 4th of July weekend, and have fun, have barbecue, and let's get to the bench and see what I get finished this week. Well, good afternoon. It is Saturday, and yes, it is Saturday, and I am in my studio. My lovely wife's at work, my son, and all my family's at work. So I thought, well, heck, I need to go down to the studio and do some work. So that's what I'm going to do. I told you guys I would start showing you how I did that second base and how to keep it coated, or make it look good. So what I'm doing right now is, one thing I would always suggest is go back, look, and make sure all your masks are down pretty good, and that there is any hair, debris, erasings, whatever you did, has been removed, where'd it go? Oh, I got a nice little brush here. I was going to share that with you guys, but I was moving things around. What the heck happened to it? Oh, hiding. Sorry. And yes, I have it on a turntable, so I can just easily turn the saucer around without trying to mess everything up. Put my hands where hands shouldn't be and all that. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and go through, double check everything's good, and then when I come back, we'll get paint on. Alright, gonna try to keep this in camera the best I can for you guys. No promises though, because it sometimes gets a little, what the heck? Okay, so I've got my light gray mixed up, everything, and then again guys, just like everything else you see me paint, just don't try to get it all done in one pass. And you see how dusted that yellow is now on the mask? That gives me that area I'm looking for. And then I'm going to have to probably spray this a couple of times. And the more I put into it, the more power you see I put into it, the better. I try not to, but with doing this coat, it's a good idea. Because it gets a big area really, really quick, as you can see. So, you can always have a paper towel. So, again, I'm just lightly getting those yellow masks dusted. And that's all I want. I don't want to get them all covered and saturated with the light gray, because then that means I probably went too heavy somewhere. They're all permanent light gray. So like I said, I'm just dusting, and then got to turn it Let me see if I can get that more in camera there so you can see it. Okay. And sometimes what works best for me when doing this is I try to find a panel or a couple panels that I can do and just work right there. I don't try to do everything at once. Keep working the sections. Just like so. Just like that, guys. And now I'm off camera. Alright, let me see if I can get this up here for you. See real quick. Okay. So again. And I made sure my bridge is covered. Good. And then, like I said, I just work in a section, as you can see, and just get that masking vinyl dusted. And I'm not going to make you watch me paint because this is going to take a little bit and I need to get things moved around. I can see it, but as you can see, this is how I start when I have the masks. I want to make sure that the paint's on, and by doing that, I turn it from this bright yellow to this dusting of the color I'm using. And don't matter if it's completely even. That's, you don't want it to be, you want it to be good, but don't be so, oh my god, there's not enough there. Let that I'll show you what I mean when I take these off, but if there's some areas that are lighter and then darker in others and all that, that's fine, because remember, this was built by humans, and as close as they can get, not everything's going to be the same things from each section. So, alright guys, well, I'm going to get back at it, so I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. Okay, well, there it is. There's this top. Now, I'm going to set this to the side because I want to make sure it's decent, good, and dry before I start going after all these masks. It took me forever to put down, but this is what I mean when I go to do the first base coat was the sky gray, then I applied the mask, and the second base coat is this light gray, and then I'll go and do all the texturing. But oh, and here on A and B deck, Lou provides masks in his kit, his things for the A and B deck, but there is no in the instructions there was no pattern, so I just kind of did something I thought was going to look really neat, really cool, and then, you know, when I go in to start the texturing. But this is second base coat's on now. Yay! Alright. Good morning, Tuesday, and yes, I'm back in the studio. As you can tell, I got this done over the weekend. I showed you how I did the painting on the mask, and once it got dried and everything, I pulled the mask off, and then I clear coated both sides to protect the paint. And yeah, so awesome. And now I'm back in here, so I'm going to start getting up stuff ready to do the detail texture painting. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. And also, let me move this just 1 second. I also got these guys ready for paint. And yes, I know I've already painted a lot, but excuse me. One thing I think that I'm getting better at doing is I hot glued. I took a toothpick, snipped the top off, hot glued. So this gives me more control here, and I have this to touch, not up here, because sometimes I'll do that because I don't think ahead sometimes like that. But yes, so the start of this week, which was Saturday, got that on the saucer done, and I'll get this stuff out to start getting the templates done, and then I'll start doing these guys, because now a lot of this is going to have to be hand painted, and so I will come and share that with you guys. But so yeah, let me get some things moved around, get ready to go start doing painting, and I'll be back to share. Okay, well, the saucer texture painting is done, so it's drying. So now I'm going to get on to these guys, and I got the camera zoomed in pretty close so you can hopefully see how I'm going to paint this guy. So, a few things. I definitely have one of these very little small brushes. I love this thing. And then I have my other fine tip brushes, and then my paint. But the other big thing, guys, is get a set of these guys. Magnifying glasses, whatever, because trust me, I have to use the crap out of them now. But I like these. These, I can't remember the name of them, but they have a nice little light on the front of them, as you can see. And that definitely does come in to help, especially with painting these guys. Sometimes these smaller ones can be kind of crazy. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep in camera here. I got these guys on, so I don't know. Let me see. Okay. Alright, so I want to start doing the strap. And I take a very little bit amount of paint on this little brush, and I just start going in. And just lightly start getting that paint in there. This does take a little bit longer, but it makes it so much easier to do, guys. And then, because I've done these just with one of my other fine tip brushes, and just looking at it, trying to do it by eye, like, you know, instead of having my magnifying glasses on. And I'll tell you what, sometimes I said, oh crap, I should put my glasses on. But yeah, there we go. So there's one strap down, and you can see, oh, sorry, you can see how clean that gets. And then, like I said, I gotta get it in here so I can see it, and just ever so slightly, I just start going in and adding in that black detail. Now, if you do overpaint, don't worry about it, guys. Just mix up some more of the gray or whatever base color you're using for the uniform, and then go that way, and do those touch-ups. So that's the start of this, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the face and the other things. But this is the start. So the first thing I want to get done on these guys is get all the web material ready to go, and then I'll start going from there. And the boots will probably be the last thing I paint, because then after this is all dry, I can hold them here instead of the toothpick. But so with that, guys, I'm going to get working on these, and I'll show you what they look like when I get done. Alright, guys, like I said, the texture is done. It's now dry. So now comes the all famous blending coat. The blending coat. And like I said, I got my flat white loaded, and I don't remember if I showed you on the cells, but I'll show you again here. So if I'm doing it again, I apologize, but heck, that's what I do. So remember, I did sky gray for the bottom. Then I put the Aztec mask on, and I did light gray. Removed all those, and then the texture, all I did was flat black, and I used again the XF82 like I did on the nacelles. And again, so I've got my airbrush where it's back so it sprays a bigger area. And again, when I started doing this, guys, I just kind of stay away, and I just go easy. And so as you can see, sometimes it does that. And if you start seeing those spots like that, don't worry, guys. It's okay. We'll just go and take them off. Make sure this guy's clean. Okay. Sometimes it just does that. Again, I just kind of go. I'm not going crazy on the first pass at all. I just want to start getting the bases down. Just like that, guys. Just nice and easy, and go from there. And then I'll turn it. Man, why is it doing that? Huh. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to thin it down just a bit more. And then spill it like that. I kind of got this full because these guys sometimes can take a lot of paint, and I just don't always want to keep refilling. So here we go. And like I said, again, I just start lightly, and as you can see, I'm not very close to the kit at all, because I don't want to be. I just want to start by dusting it. That's all. Just start to get in there. And, okay. Oops. And like I said, guys, this first, like I said, the first pass is just a light pass. Just the dusting, just to try to start getting the paint somewhere to fix to. And it's about all it is right now. And then turning around and just keep blending. Like so, and then I just kind of, yeah, sometimes you definitely got to turn it to where you need to. Duh. And don't worry, you know, the 3mm bulbs, I had them masked and they just keep coming off, so I can scrape that off. That's easy. So there is the first pass, guys. That's the first pass. As you can see, it's still, you know, pretty light. You can still see all the texture. And trying to get that cleaned out. Okay, maybe just a little more. And then, yeah, I usually do add a little bit more thinner because what it is I'll add thinner for every pass because as it thins it down, it gives it more of a good area. It covers it a lot more after the dusting. So that's what I do. Then again, it's just, and as I thin it down, I kind of even pull it in further back. Because I don't want to be prominent with this white. I mean, I am going to be, but I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, it's all right there. So, yeah, sometimes it does that. So, darn thing. Yeah, and then like I said, guys, I just keep going and I'll keep going and thin it down as I need to. Usually when I do this pass, sometimes it takes, usually I'm about a 3-coat guy. For me, the coats it doesn't take any more than 3 coats for me, but sometimes white can be very troublesome in its own right, just kind of like red is. And yeah, so with that, guys, I'm not going to keep watching me paint, but I'll come back as I get even closer. So see you in a minute. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to leave it for now. It's pretty well blended in, and I can still see the detail texture painting I did, and you'll be able to see the other big ass text once I get a clear coat on this. But this is definitely, yep, where I'm wanting it for now. I'm going to leave this like this and let it get dry, and then I'll come back and look at it after it gets dry and see if I need to do one more or be done. And so this is where it is for now, and I'll come back and share when I decide if I'm going to do more or get started on the bottom. So see you in a bit. Well, good morning, Wednesday, and back in the studio, of course, you know that. I was doing these guys yesterday, but the one thing I'm going to tell you, man, it's kind of a time consuming, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it takes a while to get these actually painted in and getting that done, because that's kind of who I am now. So, but yeah, so I took a break and I did the blending coat, and then I came this morning and took the saucer outside to get a clear gloss coat, and I started on these guys again, and I have these 2 left to do on the webbing, and that's you know, the webbing done. But man, yeah, it's a little bit, but I'll show you. This is a lovely lady. Let me zoom out for you guys. Zoom out. So, and yes, I'm very happy with this right now, and I'll turn it over so you can see that up here too. And yes, I'm very happy. And what you're seeing here on the underside is I didn't want to do the white on those. I wanted to keep the plating detail, but I'm going to do this one in the dark German gray, I think it was what I did to make sure. And then the bottom, on the bottom is the landing pads, or the landing things. So they're a different kind of gray, but I wanted to keep that plate work in there. So yay. So that's where I'm at right about this second, and this is done. So it's dry, so I think it's getting time to take a break from the troops and start getting some of the finer detail painting in. So let me get set up for that. Well, good morning, Thursday, and yes, back to the studio. And I know I was going to do more yesterday, but then, excuse me, one, I had to get the yard taken care of, both mine and my neighbors, but my wife was still suffering from a pretty horrendous migraine yesterday, and my granddaughter needed to be watched because her mom had to go to work too. So yeah, so Papa made sure to make time to help my lovely bride and my amazing granddaughter. And so now I'm back. So right now I've gotten most of the mask on the bottom taken care of. Now these are going to be the yellow, but they're also going to be I'll reuse them for the gray shapes. And these guys were kind of a bugger to get on, but hey, they're there now. Love it. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. And I also have 2 more web gears to paint on the German infantry, and I want to get those done so I can get more painting done today while this paint is taking care of itself after I get it painted. And yes, different colors: black, yellow, gray, red. So yay, gonna be a lot. And I got to finish masking off, get it protected, the other paint. But so that's where I'm at. But first, I'm gonna get the German infantry, mortar, and machine gun teams guys finished, at least the webbing, and then I will get started on this. And I will more than happy I will be coming back to share that with you. So let me get things going, and I will return. Okay, well, I've gotten the landing bay doors, or gator doors started, and I just went with for the gray, to give it that kind of a grayer look, I went with the XF82, which is the Ocean Gray 2 RAF, but feels better that way. And yes, you can still see the plating detail in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the registry numbers painted, and I'm going to let these 4 dry, because I got one more I need to do here, but I want to get these guys done, because the last thing I want to do is the red and yellow. And the reason why is because while the hull is clear coated protected, I just know that let's just say red and yellow have a lot of fun with them, right? So I'll show you again. Just remember, guys, when you do go to do these like this, remember, just painting on, just same thing. Don't try to get it all done in one coat. Just start and let it sit there and let it get a little, get a little bit of that dusting on there, and then again, I'm not going crazy pressure on this because I don't want it to. And so now I'm gonna let those sit and dry, and yes, I mask the crap out of things. And the reason is I have learned through a lot of trial and error that I know I can airbrush pretty well, but my first times doing it, I had overspray like crazy, and I'm not going to have that happen again. So I mask to protect from the overspray. Okay. So, and yes, I have changed. There will be quite a few paintbrush changes going on today, and the German infantry guys are now getting dry, and when I get to the point where when I'm done, I will go back over and start doing some more detail painting and fixing things up. But Now, the one thing I have learned with painting in the numbers and the stencils like they are, make sure you do a sides and top and bottom. And what I mean by that is make sure you're going here and then, you know, here, so you can look at it from every angle to make sure that it's even. Because one thing I learned is, oh, that didn't look quite right. And while that may look like enough paint, you might want to, like I said, just come and do one of those. And again, I go from the top and okay. All right, well, that is now there. And yay, so I still got a few more of these gray ones to do, but I have to get these guys painted and dried before I can start doing more, because like I said, I got to mask off. And yeah, the me and yeah, those guys. So all right, I'm gonna get back getting more paint down, and I'll come back and share. All right, just got done with some lunch and thought I'd share with you guys. Got the mask off. Got a little bit of cleanup to do, but that's great. And I only got a few more to paint for the bottom. And then I'll go get this sealed and a little bit of touch up right here. Oh, sorry. Gotta do a little touch up there. But yay, looks great. And I mean, wow. Let me see. Sorry. There. Wow, right? I mean, just awesome. Love it. All right, guys. I'm going to get back at it. Okay, got the touch-ups done, got the boxes done, and now I'm going in and just starting to do the rust ring in here. And I was trying to decide whether or not to go with it, but yeah, like I said, while there's some things I'm doing different, I'm going to try to keep as much close as I can. So I'm using this Vallejo rust. Sorry, getting camera there. And actually, I found it was kind of easy going like this. So I just load a little bit on my brush. Then, I guess I can put it in camera for you. Then I just allow my brush to go in there. And don't worry about that. I'll show you how to take care of that. Then I do that. Then I take a clean Q-tip head and I clean it. Not all the way, but just enough where you still see that representation of the ring. And let's see if I can zoom out. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, let me zoom out a little bit more. You can see the You can see the representation, but let me do it a little more of a spot again for you, just to show you. So again, like I said, I just put it on the brush, and then as gently as I can, I go around the ring, and trust me, I don't go very far. And then, like I said, I take a clean Q-tip head, and all I do is I just start cleaning up that rust, that thick rust. And what it's doing is leaving behind that trace of this rust, but it gives a, instead of, you know, this is a rust ring, you know, this is the bottom sensor area. So that's what I'm doing right there. So square is done. All the painting is done except for this right here. And as soon as I get this done, it dries, I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to do a gloss coat just to protect the bottom. Sorry, I zooming in. And then I'll do another gloss coat to protect this, and then get it turned over and get started on the top. And I do have a couple of decal parts that I'm going to add to the boxes, and I'll explain that when I go. But right now, I'm going to get back on the rust. So I will be back. Good afternoon, Friday, and yes, I was working this morning, working with the mask for the top, but yes, back to work. As you can tell, this is going to be that infamous rust ring, or, you know, area, so yes, I'm definitely keeping with that. And then, using the Aztec dummy masks, I wasn't able to, these these guys were too big, actually. So they are 1/350, but these were just too big, and I, you can slim them down, but it wasn't. It was just that they were way off, and that's not Aztec Dummy's fault at all. Just that sometimes you run in that because he actually did it on the molded kit with all the panel lines in it. Like I said, I think there's just a little bit of a difference on some of the things that he provides masks for, from the panel line one to the smooth one. And don't quote me on it, please. Don't quote me on it. But I think that's why there's some, even though the shapes are right, there's just some inconsistent size. So there it is. So I went through and I went and masked everything that I want to get done, and then yes, there's another one under this, but I got to get this painted in, and then I got to mask that off, and then do red lines, the yellow, and then mask the yellow off to paint the red line. So have fun with that. And it is the 4th of July weekend, so yeah, I'm probably going to do a little bit of work today, but getting ready, 4th of July, I got to get the yard stuff. But it's not going to stop me from getting at least some paint down today, probably more. But just wanted to share with you guys. So, all right, let me get some things mixed up and we'll get started. Before I get started in mixing, as you can see, like I said, this is going to be the rust area. And Aztec Dummy did great with the mask on this. The best way that I found out me doing something like this is I take this is this piece right here, and take that out, and then I placed it on the salsa where I wanted it to go, and how make sure it was all right. And then I took the surrounding mask, and when I lined it up with this one here and went that way. So yay. And that's easier than trying to take this one without this and then trying to try to mess with it, get it laid in, whatever. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you. So okay, now I'm gonna get some paint mixed up. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rust ring, and I'm again using the Vallejo Model Air rust. So with doing this, I'm really wanting it to go down light. Give me a second. I might have to mix some more here real quick. Might not have enough in there, because sometimes, like I said, when you do the Vallejo, it doesn't take a whole lot to do anything. So okay. And again, like I said, because it has such it's there, but it's not like dark rust. I want to make sure that I am far away, light pressure, and just like that. As you can see, it's starting to change. Well, maybe you can see it. Let me move in here a little bit. Okay, and you can see it starting to change, and that's it's very close to what I want. So, like I said, I'm pretty far away, and I am just spraying low, very light pressure too. Okay, take a look at that. Might be a couple more areas. Take a look at this. Yeah, it's getting pretty close. And yeah, so I'm gonna maybe probably do another pass and call it good, because I don't want it to be too much, but I don't want it to be too little either. So I will come back and I will share what my final way I'm going to paint it, the final that I'm going with for the rust. So I will be back. Okay, this is where I'm going to where I like it. So yay. And the other thing I wanted to do is I was going to take this off so you could see that mask I was talking about that I just discussed with you. And come here. And, okay. So, sorry guys. So that's the mask I was talking to you guys about. And like I said, the easiest way is to put this metal piece here on first, and you get it lined up, and then you come back around and put this on. And the great thing he does on this one also is, in this corner, it's open like this. You can line them up and stick that together, but the way he designed this mask, and that was so you could put that piece on, find the shape that you were happy with, and then put this around it, and there you go. So yeah, so that's where I'm at there. So I'm gonna keep painting, and oh, also I forgot to share with you guys, I did get some flesh tones painted in. So finished that yesterday. Sorry guys, finished that yesterday. I got them all the flesh tones in now, except for the heads that are still in the bags on the guys with no heads on yet. And then keep going on those. But I want to get some more paint down on both of them, but definitely here. So I'll come back and I'll share what I get finished, what I do. So see you soon. All right, well guys, it's time. I have a tradition on my channel, and I always like to share giving the ship their name. And since usually I do that with the decals, but I got this awesome mask set, so I'm going to do it with the mask set. Now before I do, just one thing I've learned is go around, make sure if you do these, check and make sure it's pushed down well. Okay, and here we go. That's the start of it. And so getting your name on, and yeah, so when you get this mask set, this comes on one sheet, but the Enterprise and the registry numbers are actually separate. You'll see that. I decided not to mess with that at all, trying to peel it up and find a way, because Lou measured out the perfect distance, and I like that. It's great, and I knew where it needed to be, so that's what I did. I just used my transfer tape, put it down on the whole thing, and then I was able to line up the whole thing the way I wanted without having to break the two pieces. So, okay. And as you can see, I'm not trying to be very close to it. I want to just sometimes I don't put enough pressure and it bleeds all off. But okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep working at it, and when it's done I will share her name with you guys. Okay guys, there is the Enterprise's name, and let's see if I can bring this. Not bad. I like it. I really do. It looks really, really good. And also, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that. So I got these all done, and the back, and then I got that paint in detail. But yay, not bad, huh? Not bad at all. Alright guys, well, let me get some things cleaned up, and I still got to take this outside and get a clear gloss coat on it, but I want to let this sit for at least 2, maybe 3 more hours. So yeah. Alright guys, well, let me get some cleanup done, and we'll be back. Okay guys, well, this is where I'm going to shut it down for the week. And not bad week at all. Not bad week. Got the saucer almost squared away. Still got to get the impulse, and then But got the painting on the top. Gave the Enterprise her name, and let me show you that. And then got these guys done in back. And this is all painted. There was no decals used on this at all. And flip her around so you guys can see the bottom of the saucer. Again, very happy with how it all came out. Now I will tell you, I did use decals, but the kit had some, and all I did was cut the print off of the decal and put it over where I painted those on. But yeah, so very, very cool. Very cool. And I still got to finish up getting the impulse engine stuff painted and put in so I can get it all on there, and that will pretty much tie up the saucer until I weather it. But I'm still gonna go out and clear coat it, protect the paint. But then after that, all I got left really to do is do the weather and get that on, and then the meticulous of hand painting and wearing the magnifying glasses to make sure I didn't mess up the uniform, and got the flesh tones in, got a lot done, and I'm very happy too, getting these guys ready to go. So next week I'll start working on these a bit more next week, and start getting to completion. So, but hey, not bad week at all. So with that, guys, have a safe and a very happy 4th of July weekend and 4th of July, and have a safe and happy week next week, and I'll see you back here on the bench.